Alrighty guys, we're back today with a quick little update video on my 2003 Ford Focus. Now if you've seen the previous video I put out a few weeks ago, I don't know, it's been a few weeks, but pretty much this is going to be my winter beater / daily driver. This is replacing the Windstar because the Windstar was showing very strong signs of head gasket failure. So I got rid of it while it still ran somewhat decent. I mean, it was in pretty good shape overall, but it was overheating often, and that was just a pretty strong sign of it failing. There was coolant in the oil, etc., etc. All the signs you would usually get for head gasket failure. So anyways, sold the Windstar. I did lose money on the Windstar for sure, but that's okay because in the end I got this. Now if you've seen the video I put out before it was looking like this, you would have probably seen a pretty gross looking car. And over the past few weeks I've done quite a bit of cleanup to it, through details and maintenance wise and stuff like that. And overall I think the car came out great. I actually just got the car back yesterday because the car was actually out of commission for about 3 or 4 weeks. I seafoamed it, and I got back from the drive on the seafoam. I went to start it up to go to work, I don't know, 10-15 minutes later, and the car wouldn't start up. So at that point the car sat in my driveway for about 3 weeks until I decided I really wanted to do something about it, or until the weather was getting a lot colder, which it is doing now, and today's kind of a nicer day. That's why I'm getting this video out. So anyways, my grandpa towed me, literally, like, we hooked a strap up to the car and like towed it to the repair shop a few miles down the road from my house, and pretty much had the car repaired because I didn't want to mess with it. I did try quite a few things on this car, but I just could not pinpoint the issue with it. So anyways, what had gone wrong with it was the coil pack and the crank sensor. That was only about 170 bucks to have repaired. It could have been, definitely could have been way worse. So I am, at this point, I'm happy with it. I have done quite a few things to the car, and I mean, I'm just making the car daily driverable, if that makes sense. I want it to be nice. I don't want to drive a rag to work. I don't want to drive a rag in general. So I'm trying to make this car as nice as I can make it, and overall it turned out great. As you can see today, I just waxed it. I waxed it from top to bottom, and the paint came out pretty good. It's gonna need a 3-step repair, but I don't think I'm going to do that. It's not worth it to me to do it, and you know, it is what it is. The paint looks good for what it is, though. There definitely is some dents. I don't know if you can see them on the camera. I mean, it's pretty glossy right now, but there are quite a few dents in the paint, and that could be taken out. But again, it's just, at this point, it's not worth it for me, and it's not perfect. So coming down here to the wheels and tires, the 5-spoke wheels, they came standard on this car. So I got new tires for it a few weeks ago, and they're Goodyear Viva 3 tires. They're all seasons. I got them from Walmart. I wanted a name brand tire, but I didn't want to like blow up money out the ass because, you know, look, it's a winter car. But they're pretty cheap name brand tires, and they're really good and beefy. They're like, I think they're a 60,000 mile tire, so they will definitely last me for quite a while. Come up to the front, I did a Headlight Restoration Kit, which I had laying around in my garage from my green Focus. If you remember, I had those mock headlights. I restored those, and I still had the kit, so they came out a little bit clearer, but they're definitely still not perfect, but they look better on camera. But for, you know, for 2003, 13 years old, the car definitely looks good for what it is, considering what is out there in the northern states. Now, if you are from the northern states, you do know these rocker panels, they do rust. And when I had the car detailed, my buddy, I think he did some sort of like rust inhibitor or something. He kind of covered up all the rust. I mean, it's not going to prevent it, but definitely hid the rust nicely until I can get the covers on the rocker panels. And as you can see, I do have a 6-spoke wheel from a 2002 Focus, but you know, no big deal. I actually have a 5-spoke my uncle was giving me. He had a Focus in there. He has 5-spoke wheels sitting in his garage, so I will swap that on when he does give it to me, and then that'll be a full-size spare. I threw my exhaust tip on from the wagon I had when I first got it. I do need to cut the tips back a little bit more because I want this to sit kind of flush with the bumper instead of sticking out. It kind of looks bad right now, but I threw it on there just because I got bored one day. I have a plate cover right here. Plate bulbs do not work. That's just a very common failure among these. Underbody, again, it's a northern car. It's not perfect. It's a $1,000 northern car, so I mean, it is what it is. Also put some rust inhibitor right here, and as you can see, the rockers, they're kind of gone, but they're not totally gone. I did get covers, a right cover for it, because there was no left ones in the junkyard, and the ones that they did have were all destroyed. So I got a right cover. I will put that eventually. I do need to get some self-tapping screws. Took the Michigan State license plate frame off because I'm not a state fan. But yeah, front bumper is, you know, it is what it is. It's not perfect, but it's definitely not bad. As you can see, this is a Centennial Edition, which kind of is pretty much what drew me to buying it. Because I've always liked these cars secretly. I just really never made it public. But anyways, coming over to the interior, it did get detailed. The detail didn't come out perfect, but it got rid of the smell for the most part and a lot of the gross stuff that was in here. The seats, I scrubbed the seats with scrubbing bubbles before I had it detailed because I didn't want them to consume themselves with scrubbing these seats. So anyways, I did that and they came out perfect. I mean, this is real actual leather, by the way, too. Special to the Centennial Edition. I do like to point that out, by the way. But anyways, as you can see, the seat, it needs to be bolstered. The woman I bought it from was rather large, and her daughter was too. But the seat is literally flat. It's not comfortable for long distances. I found that out the hard way last night, and it's just receded like a motherfucker. So anyways, we will step in now. Did get some Goodyear floor mats. They were only 20 bucks. I needed some sort of protection for the floor just to keep it from getting musty and stuff. So anyways, we'll come in here now. I do have the keys in my pocket, but we'll take a look at the interior real fast. Everything else is in really good condition. It came out great. I scrubbed all the panels and everything again. I didn't want them to consume themselves because there was so much cleanup to do on this thing. So I did as much as I could. Put some window visors on. I got those free from my wagon. They sent me, basically I had gotten a cracked one and I called the company and they sent me new ones for free, and the cracked one actually is back here. There's a reason it's not on the car right now. It's because I peeled the tape off, as you can see there, and it won't stick anymore back when I first got them. So I got to get some glue and glue them up there. But that's back there until I can get to that. Everything else, the heat works, everything works. The passenger heated seat works, but not the driver. Not surprised there, as the woman was probably around 400 pounds. I mean, it's just the heating element cannot take that much weight, people. But anyways, I'm not really too concerned about that either. But we will start it up now. I do apologize for the shaky camera. It is a little cold out. As you can see, it does have 139,000 miles on it, and that's not bad at all for this motor. I mean, that's another reason I bought it, because it had lower miles. Had the oil change the other day at Ford. It was a $25 oil change, and it is Motorcraft semi-synthetic oil. So that's all up to date there as far as oil changes go. Headliner, they did not detail the headliner, obviously, but I made an appointment to get that done in the engine bay detailed, because there's things that I want to get done. This is the main reason why the car still kind of smells musty, is because of that headliner up there. It's black, as you can see. So yeah, once that gets all taken care of, it'll be nice. One of the lights behind the speed gauges, it does not light up. It's burnt out. That's a very common failure on these as well. As simple as taking these bolts off and pulling the cluster out and putting a new bulb in. That's what it takes. So we'll turn on the headlights, fog lights. Everything works. Cruise control works. I mean, there's not a whole lot to go wrong here. Traction control right here, as you can see. So I replaced the spark plugs, wires, and coil pack. Again, that's what had gone wrong with the thing. Passenger seat is in really good condition. I mean, not perfect, as there is a stain. I don't even know what that is, but as long as it's not period blood, I don't really care what it is. So we'll pop the hood. It is kind of hard to pull the latch, so I will grease that as well. Unlock all the doors. And I also have heated mirrors for 2003. That was also a pretty cool feature that I didn't really need, but it's cool to have. It is quiet, unlike the wagon. Oh yeah, you guys haven't seen a wagon video yet. But anyways, coming down here to the trunk, I forgot to throw the trunk liner back in. There was a really good, this was pretty much brand new. It was a Goodyear Assurance. It was on it when I bought the car, so I had them throw that in there, and this will be a full-size spare eventually. To fold these seats down, you just pull these little levers right here, and it goes. You also have a light right there. So yeah, overall should be a pretty good car for what it's going to be asked to do. Coming back here, that looks bad, but that is baking soda. One of my friends kicked it over the other day. I'm not really too mad. It probably will suck up more of the smell in here, but the baking soda, that's what it's for, is to suck up the smell, and it's not doing a very good job, but I'll vacuum it up. It's no big deal. Coming back here, the seats are in pretty good shape. I mean, I'd say they're probably about a 7 out of 10. It's just like little minor wear and tear things here and there. I mean, I'm sure scrubbing to get that out. I did not scrub that. But yeah, if you remember from seeing on the video, the seat was gross under here. So that did get cleaned up for the most part, what they could get, and as you can see, it came out pretty good. If I do end up keeping the car through the spring, I will take it and have it detailed again just to get one more good deep clean out of it. But for a $1,000 car, it's pretty cool what a little bit of TLC can do. Don't know if someone tried breaking into this at one point, but yeah, unless someone, you know, had to get the locked keys out, who knows. But anyways, come to the front, headlights, fog lights. This headlight actually is off balance. I don't know if the repair shop did that. Can't really tell on camera that it's off, but it's kind of out of its socket in there. As you can see, it is a little crooked versus this one. I'm gonna get some new headlight bulbs for it and fog light bulbs. That's just something I do with every car I get. You replace the headlights. That's just a safety thing and something that I'm a little paranoid about, but you know, it's just me. Under the hood, I took the heat shield or the header cover off because I thought I could fix the car. But the crank sensor is actually way down there, and it was just kind of a cluster at that point to even deal with it. So, you know, there it is. So I have a K&N drop-in filter in there as well. Does have a new battery in it. That's just from my wagon. I threw that on there so I had an extra sticker. But anyways, this will be detailed. So when you see the car next, it will be clean. You see the new coil pack right there as well, motor track. And it's ticking away just like it should. So there you go, guys. Hope this was enough of an update video. I will try to get the wagon out. Don't know if and when I will, but I need to make the wagon video not very long. Hopefully 15 minutes or less, just because there's so much to go over. I don't really want to upload a very long video of it, but I will try to get the video of an update video of the wagon out before it does go into storage, guys. So as usual, guys, thank you for watching, and we will talk to you all later.